Hi everyone, this is Kerry Ramsay from Hello Boss Girl, and I'm excited to share with you a market fresh idea today for growing your online business. But in this case, it's actually a tool that connects with your audience in a live way. Uh, Eventbrite is the tool that we're going to take a quick look at today. And we use Eventbrite all the time because we're holding regular monthly events here at Hello Boss Girl, and sometimes more than one event a month. And so this is a great tool which is actually free for the most part to use. And it actually helps you to organize your events and connect with your audience. And so I'm going to actually use this opportunity today to create a new event. I do have an event that I want to create. So I thought that instead of doing that offline, I would do that live and show you how we create an event so that perhaps you can learn from us and pick up some ideas for your own business. And the cool thing is, even though we're selling tickets for this event, you could also create a free event, and there's no cost to you in that case when you do a free event. And I'll show you how the costs are pretty low as well if you want to create a ticketed event. So there is no cost to sign up for an account at eventbrite.ca. So I would suggest that you do that first and then log in. And once you do, you will see a blue button here that says create event, and that's where we're going to get started. So the event today that I'm actually creating is our Hello Boss Girl Fall Book Club launch event. So it's the kickoff of our fall book club. And so this is the event that that's what we're going to call the event. By the way, I usually put Hello Boss Girl at the beginning because people do search on Eventbrite using Hello Boss Girl. And so they want to find out what's coming up. So I always try to include our business name as well. So the type of event is a meeting or networking event because even though our events are pretty gosh darn fun, I think, they're still networking events. They really are intended to bring business and professional people together. So we are indicating in our subcategories what type of event this is. And of course, that will depend on your type of event. So now we're going to enter some key tag words, and we can do up to 10. And these are basically words that help with SEO, search engine optimization, or basically people searching for our event on Eventbrite or for an event that has anything to do with what we're talking about. So business book club would be another word, women, women in business. And finally, I'm going to add Bay of Quinte because we're kind of a hyper local type of an organization, and many of our events attract women and female entrepreneurs from our local area. So, because I am actually logged in under my business name, which would actually be recommended, it's saying that I am the organizer and it's going to show attendees that I am the organizer. Hello, Boss Girl. So just on that note, I would definitely create your Eventbrite account if you're doing it for business. Create it with a business name, upload your business logo. You can see our logo here, just because that, it's a little more professional thing to do. So at this time, we're going to indicate to our attendees where this event is taking place. And there are three options. Either tell them it's at a particular venue, tell them it's an online event, like maybe an online auction, for instance, or it's TBA, to be announced. For us, we always let our audience know where it's going to be because a lot of times that helps with their decision-making process. So for us, we're actually going to be holding this event at the Montrose Inn. And the Montrose Inn is a beautiful inn in Belleville. If you haven't been there before, it's actually owned by a wonderful boss girl. And so we are having our fall book club launch at the Montrose Inn. It's going to be actually a tea, and the Montrose Inn is well known for their teas. So now I'm going to indicate the date, which is October the 5th. So we just use the calendar feature to indicate the date and then the time, which is from noon. And you can see it's actually organized by half-hour increments. And it's actually, of course, going to end the same day. And in this case, it's going to end around 2 p.m. So now we just double check that. That is Saturday, October the 5th, 2019 from 12 until 2. And that is correct. So we're going to save and continue. Now, you can always go back and change this information if you notice before you publish, for instance, that you've made an error. But once you publish and people start to buy tickets, it gets a bit tougher to change the event because you can't bait and switch, basically, right? You can't change the event once people have bought tickets in most cases. So just a little caveat there. All right, so we're going to now dress up our event page by adding a photo. In this case, I'm going to add a photo of the Montrose Inn because I think it's such a beautiful venue. And in fact, for people who haven't been to this venue before, seeing a picture of it might actually entice them to attend. And like I said, I think that the Montrose Inn as a venue, it's historic and it's just beautiful. I think it goes hand in hand with our event, which is a fall book club launch. All right, so we're going to add a short summary at this point and just tell people, again, 140 characters or less, so that's kind of like Twitter length, right? What is going on so they could see a short summary. So I'm going to say, join local female entrepreneurs for a fall book club launch featuring special guest Victoria, Victoria Rice, co-author, actually she's co-author of CEO of Everything. So I think that that does well in terms of telling people what it is, and there's a little bit of a teaser there in terms of who our special guest will be. Now, I've actually already created the description in a Word document and copied it, so just for time's sake that I can paste it here, but you might be actually writing it in this space where we tell guests a little bit more about the details of the event. And again, there's some information about our special guest and who Victoria Rice is. It's pretty cool that she's co-authored this book with Gail Vazoxeled, whose name I always pronounce imperfectly, but she is from, of course, the TV show like Princess and Till Death Do Us Part. And Victoria is a stockbroker who has become a business coach, and very cool. She'll be talking to us about developing a business money mindset. So I'm just sort of checking it over to make sure things are correct, and it looks pretty good to me. So I make sure I don't have any extra spaces. So that is basically the section where I've put the description. Now, right under here, you see that you can add text, an image, or video. I am going to actually add an image, in this case of Victoria, because I liked people to put names with faces, especially when there are boss girls. So there's a wonderful picture of Victoria. And I'm also going to add an image of her book. Oops, there we go. So I'm going to add a picture here, CEO of Everything. And that way people might actually take a look at like, oh gosh, I've seen that book in chapters. And, so that might entice them as well. You'll notice here down at the bottom, it's giving you an event invitation to try Eventbrite Studio, which just fancies things up a bit. We don't actually use it. I believe there's actually a cost associated. So you don't actually have to use the studio, but you can have fun with it if you so choose. So at this point, I have done my photo, my summary, my description, and my images. And so I'm pretty much ready to go to the next stage, which is creating a ticket. So it is general admission. We don't have reserved seating. I know that there are only 24 spots available for this tea. So I'm going to put that's 23 because of course I am going and I want to make sure that I have a ticket. The cost of the ticket is $35. And you have the option here to either include the fees, and by that it means Eventbrite's fees, in the ticket price, or not. So we're not going to do that. So I'm estimating it's probably $1 or $2 for the Eventbrite fee. It's very similar to if you bought on Ticketmaster, although it's a lot cheaper than Ticketmaster. So I'm not going to include the event fee, those fees. I'm going to allow the customer to pay for that, but that's completely up to you, and you decide. Now this part here confused me a bit, like when we first started out where it says start date, because I thought this was like the start date of my event. It's not. It's the start date that you want your tickets to go on sale. So actually today is July the 25th, and so I want them to go on sale today. So I'm not going to make any changes to this area here, and you can see that the sale ends at the exact time the event begins. So technically I am saying that we could continue selling right up till this moment that this event begins. I can tell you right now that this event though will be sold out. So I'm not really going to be concerned with that, and I'll just leave it as it is. So I'm going to save. I think I've done everything now. It's paid, general admission, 23 tickets, and yep, gonna light that. All right. Okay, so you can see right now I have the option down here to publish. I actually would rather preview this event before I publish so I can see what it's going to look like and make sure I didn't miss anything. So this is your first glimpse of what it's actually going to look like when someone logs onto your event on Eventbrite or comes across it. So we have the name of it, Hello Boss Girl Fall Book Club Launch. I actually am thinking I'm going to take out the word event because that's redundant. Of course, it's an event, so I'm going to go back and change that. I'm doing a quick little invitation here, summary, and then it goes into the event. The date and time is correct, the location, and then they can contact us if they want information about refund. And of course, you can see that we've included a couple of nice photos. All right, so I'm going to close the preview. I'm going to make that slight change that I noticed to my event name. I'm going to take out the word event. Again, I'm picky, but I think it kind of is redundant. So save and continue. And at this point, I am ready to publish my event. So I go here to the Publish Event tab and Publish Now. We're not quite finished, even though you'd think that publishing this event would be the last step, but it says, congratulations, it's now published. The last step is actually to connect this to my Facebook page. Why? Because I have thousands of people, of course, who follow us on Facebook, and I want to make sure that they know that this event is happening, because that's really where most of our attendees will notice us, is on our Facebook page. So it's going to show me, hey, this is what it's going to look like on Facebook. And for the most part, I don't have to change anything until I get to the description. There's some spacing issues always between Eventbrite and Facebook. So I go in and I just make some adjustments, can't say that word, and I just want to make sure that it looks nicer. And there. So from experience, I've learned that that is kind of something that between Eventbrite and Facebook that it kind of goes wonky. And now again, you can determine what type of an event it is. This time Facebook is asking. So I usually use the word meetup, and I'm agreeing that I would never sell or misuse the email addresses that come to me through this partnership with Eventbrite. So double checking, good to go. And so I add this event to Facebook. And it sometimes can take a couple of minutes just to give you an idea, but that is happening as we speak. So that's how you use Eventbrite. And whether you go through eventbrite.com, eventbrite.ca, you can create your own event, connect with your audience, and truly develop, I think, some great relationships. And that's really what it's all about, right? Building businesses online is about finding your audience and creating connections. So I hope that this tool will help to keep your business fresh today. Have a great day, Boss Girls.